Does Joe Biden actually have a snowball's chance in HE double hockey sticks of winning the general election? And the answer to that is absolutely not. No, 100%. You don't need to worry. No matter what you hear in the media, no matter what your friends tell you, everything is fabricated online to make you think that Joe Biden is going to win the election. He is not, because elections are won state by state by state. If you go to this website, 270towin.com, they have this great interactive map where you can actually pick and choose who gets what states and how close they are to the Electoral College. And they pre-populate, or they populate the states with, you know, the way the polls are going, and they leave the empty ones or the toss-ups empty so that you can fill them in on your own. And if you look at it, the electoral map is bad news for Joe Biden, because as it stands right now, there are 204 electoral votes that are solidly in Donald Trump's camp. There are 248 for Joe Biden. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, that's more. Doesn't matter. You still need 270 to win. And the remaining states, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states that are potentially up for grabs. The first one is Florida with its 29 electoral votes. I'm very optimistic. I'm pretty sure that because we have a Republican governor and 2 Republican senators and a Republican mayor, and Donald Trump is also a citizen of Florida now. He's now a resident of Florida. And because personally I know that Florida is doing really well through this entire crisis, I'm going to go ahead and give Donald Trump Florida and those 29 electoral votes, which boosts him up to 233. Also, Arizona has 11, and a lot of people are calling Arizona a toss-up. I don't believe Arizona is a toss-up. I believe Arizona is a solidly red state. I will give him the 11 there. North Carolina. Now, North Carolina could go either way. North Carolina went for Barack Obama, but then North Carolina last time around went for Donald Trump. The biggest problem that North Carolina has right now is its Democratic governor, because its Democratic governor has chased so much economic development and growth and opportunity out of the state because of the coronavirus scare. I believe North Carolina will also remain in Trump's column. You're now at 259 and 248, and there's 2 states that remain, Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. And these were the big states that gave Donald Trump his win. Michigan, they're saying, is blue. I don't believe it with Governor Whitmer in there. I don't believe it with all of the tumult we've seen in Michigan, but I'll go with their polling, and I'll leave Michigan blue. And we'll look at Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. In Wisconsin, you have a dead heat between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Between May 29th and 31st, it was 45-45, dead even. 2 days later, there was a boost of 9 points for Joe Biden. But we have a long way till Election Day, and I believe that Wisconsin is still a toss-up. However, you know what? Just for the sake of argument, let's say Joe Biden squeezes out a win in Wisconsin, getting the 10 electoral votes. That leaves Pennsylvania. And Pennsylvania went to Donald Trump. And Pennsylvania has a lot of police-loving individuals. And Pennsylvania is a blue-collar state. And Pennsylvania has a lot of production, has a lot of places around there that benefited from the Donald Trump presidency. They have a proud American heritage. And guess what's happening? Their statues are being attacked. They also have been suffering under the horrible control of a very blue Democratic governor who is not just keeping them under this kind of dictatorial control, but is also kind of hypocritical. And the governor there is not loved, and the party there is not loved. And when you look at the polls, Donald Trump handedly beats Joe Biden in Pennsylvania 50-46. So if Donald Trump loses Wisconsin and loses Michigan and manages to maintain Pennsylvania, that gives him 279 votes, 9 votes more than he needs to win.